My name is Solomon Bobo Ahiagbelen, from Volta region, born to the late Gilbert Bobo Ahiagbelen, master weaver. I started weaving at the age of 8 because it's a tradition passed from father to son, from generation to generation. So I've been weaving since 8 years, and I'm 45 years old now. So I must say for the past 38 years, I've been in this art of weaving. And I learned this through my dad, who have a Kente and Ewe Weaving Institute. And through that, I learned the art of weaving and master it, as I call myself master weaver today. And I travel all around the world to teach the art of weaving in classes and exhibitions, demonstrations like this. I love this work because it's part of something that provides food, clothing, and shelter in our family as we grow. Because this is what my father used to look after me from middle school to high school to tertiary. So I have that passion to keep this generation and keep this work going, because it's very, very important to be responsible. Responsible being you being capable of doing something on your own to provide for your family, to cater for people around you, as we are that of people who take care of our brothers and sisters, our siblings. So I love this art of, and I enjoy it so much because it's have to do with some kind of thinking, take some burden away from you. You're always busy thinking about something new to do, and keep your children around busy, because immediately they come back from school after their homework, there's something extra for them to do that keep them away from running about. So I think it's a nice thing. I'm hoping my children will do this alongside their education, so that one time on their retirement age, it's good that when you are out of work, whatever you choose your career, this serves as a retirement business. Where most of our forefathers who are retired military men are still weaving. So I love the art and I want to keep it up. This is a traditional weaving. Mostly it's best if you learn this from the childhood. I advise anybody, if you have an interest and you want it, it's best you put your children into it. It's good that your children start this thing after school, maybe on holidays, they learn the art, so that when they grow, they develop, because this needs to be developed within you. To just sit down without looking at animal, you draw animal into this piece, just sit down without looking at something, but you have to put it in. So you have to develop this, in you. From very early stages. So it would be difficult if somebody of 18 decides to learn the art of weaving. Fine, he can weave, but it's not going to be like somebody who starts from the scratch. Yes. So our advice, if you want to learn, fine, you have to, within 1 year, you can do something on your own. But our advice that you learn from the beginning so that you can be creative. Loom, traditionally, we don't use this timber or this work. What we do is we just go to the forest, cut some wood, dig the ground, and build this room on the floor. But it's not more this way. But just as time goes by, now we move up and down, we build a loom. So to put this loom together, it costs you almost 500 Ghana cedi to put all these things together. And these are material. This is a traditional Kente weaving that we use cotton to be the base, and we use rayon and silk for designing. And it's a long process. You need to go get better cotton yarns, wash them, starch them, then spin them. After spinning, before you lay the warp, then you put them into the needle and to your reed. Then weaving starts from there. And most people are no more weaving because there is no market. A lot of people are going for these duplicate ones in the market, and that's making the work very, very bad. So I am suspecting in the next 50 years, there must be a reduction. We will see some few weavers compared to now. And if I can tell you where I'm taking this in from, those times we are more. But now we are few. My father, we are about 8 boys, but as I speak now, only 3 of us are into the arts. Some become doctors, some are doing other business, simply because the market is coming down. So I suspect there will be some reduce in this art. They decide to do them in different dimensions. The sizes, so I'll be easy to afford. So that will not be a full piece anymore. I make some to the tablecloth level, some for mufflers that we take to churches and other things. Then I supply other stores around, so they sell on a retail basis. Then apart from that, I have the opportunity to be traveling outside every year. I'll go to US every year, sometimes Italy, and I do demonstrations, exhibitions, and teaching at classroom. Through that, I sell my product. So for me, that is how I'm selling right now. So I would say, averagely, market is about 60% for me now.